My name is James Pagio, and today I'll be presenting to you my speech for change on Greta Thunberg. And so, how did a 16-year-old girl get the attention of world leaders at such a young age? Well, she used three course concepts from our module that exemplifies that of how she is such a good public speaker. And so I'll tell her who she is and her three main actions that supports climate change. Greta Thunberg started at the age of 15 when she became an environmental activist by skipping school every Friday to go outside the Swedish parliament to hold up a sign that said "School Strike for Climate," as you can see in that first picture. And so what makes her so unique is just her blunt honesty about climate emergency. And so she exemplified throughout her career and going around the world. And so now that you know who she is, what are her three main actions that supports climate change? Well, she speaks at world international events like the UN, the European Parliament, and the World Economic Forum. Second, she created her own organization as called Fridays for Future that gathered over 7 million participants at over 150 countries, which is an incredible amount that protest for climate change. And so with that, she uses her platform very strategically. And so with that, she not only she doesn't fly, she sails across the Atlantic to show that there are other alternatives of using low carbon usage. And so, what are those three course concepts that makes her such a good public speaker? Well, the first one is that she's really good at attention grabbing. From my research, when she did the UN speech, she had said, "How dare you," as an attention getter. And from there, you can just see and imagine just the direct and very bold statement starting off like that. Second, she uses her credibility. And so she uses her personal experience at such a young age from a perspective that her life is at stake because of climate change, and then gathers scientific reports and then uses it to her speech. And connecting from that, thirdly, she uses the point example point structure. And so she gathers a statement and a claim, and then she provides the causes of those climate impacts, and then she reinforces her point or her call to action for climate change. And so now you can have the idea of how she's such a good public speaker. And so I ask you again, how is such a young person at only 16 gather the attention of world leaders? Well, she mastered the art of public speaking for social change, specifically for climate change. Thank you.